Look, I know my ex-husband is an attractive man, but this was not the time to shoot your shot. Because he was making online threats about coming to get the kids, I was obviously watching his location to make sure that he wouldn't show up at our house. It was around 11 o'clock that I noticed he got in his car, and I was afraid he would come to our house, but instead he ended up driving about 45 minutes away. It did ease my mind that he was driving away from us, but that was pretty normal behavior for him considering he wasn't sleeping and he was spending a lot of nights driving around. When I looked at his location about 20 minutes later, I happened to see that both doors were opening and closing. I was a little worried because again, he wasn't in his right mind and he had very erratic behavior. I don't know if everybody knows this, but if you're an authorized driver on someone's Tesla, you can literally see everything. You can see what music is playing, you can see the temperature, and control the car from the app. Plus, you can see everything happening outside of the car. So I ended up looking at the cameras and I saw that it was a girl. I decided to screw with them. Well, mostly her. We listen and we don't judge. Don't ask me how I found out exactly who it was. I just went into FBI mode and I found out. You guys can call me crazy and I will take full accountability for that, but I had no shame because while I was at home taking care of the kids, scared for our lives, there was some girl taking advantage of his state of mind and preventing him from getting help. Anywho, you know when you're on a first date with someone, you get a little bit nervous, maybe your palms are a little bit sweaty. That's what I imagine was going on with her because not only was she with someone who was obviously not well, could not believe that this random girl was getting in the car with someone she didn't even know considering she had seen his dangerous and erratic behaviors online. At times, he was obviously calm and collected, but this was not the time to shoot your shot. That's when I decided I was gonna have a little bit of fun on New Year's Eve. As soon as they got in the car, I could see that they were playing Netflix. So I turned on her butt warmers. A few minutes later, I could see that they were shut off again, and every time they were shut off, I would turn it back on. After I screwed with the butt warmers for a while, I decided I was gonna make it very clear that I was watching. It wasn't even midnight yet, so I decided to roll down the windows, pop the trunk, and honk the car. After that, my ex definitely knew I was watching, so it looked like he dropped her off back at the bar he picked her up from. Really don't think anything intimate was happening in this car. That didn't void the fact that she never should have gone with him in the first place, considering he needed to get help. I'm very protective over the people in my life. Reminder that this is the father of my kids, and while I was trying to explain to my kids why their dad wasn't around, there was this girl taking full advantage of him. The only thing I wanted was for him to go and get help. He could have easily removed me from the app so I wouldn't see anything anymore, but he wasn't well enough to even know how to do that. Later on, this ended up becoming the same girl who would visit him a few more times and even bringing him flour and groceries. Unfortunately, this wouldn't be the last girl. In the next few videos, I will be introducing key enablers in this story that just made everything so much worse than it ever needed to be. Trigger warning because it does get emotionally charged and pretty scary.